So I'm at North Park Mall, and I'm getting ready to go see a 25th anniversary screening of Dogma. How is my hand in the frame? This is why I don't direct movies. um, yeah, so I've been really bad about not vlogging things when they're happening. I mean, this is a thing. Um, and I don't know if it's worth vlogging or not, but I'm vlogging it. So here we are. It's going to be a Q&A with the director slash writer slash actor who plays Silent Bob, Kevin Smith, who I greatly admire as a filmmaker and a storyteller. So I'm super stoked. Um, so I'm meeting Zach and Brittany here, and film starts in about 30 minutes. So I've been trying to charge my phone, but I keep doing things on it. I keep getting on the social media. So I'm at 42%. So we'll see how much of a vlog I can do with 42% of my battery. Y'all want to be in my vlog? Say hello. Brittany's just like been abducted into my vlog. I too am in this vlog.
How many people, just a quick housekeeping, how many people have seen Dogma before? Put your hands together. How many people have never seen Dogma in a theater before? Put your hands together. And finally, how many people have never seen Dogma before? Put your hands together.
So that was great. Let me pull this a little so I can hear myself. Yeah, that was great. I'm walking Ember. Take a look. Yeah, lighting's not so good, but there is the Lycosaurus going on her evening constitutional. Oh, and now the light is just gone for some reason. Alright, we've got some light again. Yeah, but the whole night meant a lot to me because, oh, we're getting dark again. I'm gonna do this vlog when I have light. So, more on all that later. It is a new day. I'm going to meet Nick Aston up at a Home Depot, and I'm gonna rent a van if this guy doesn't run me off the road. I hate driving. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. We're gonna go rent a van and then go to my public storage unit, get my office stuff out, and take it to my office. So that's the plan for this morning. Yeah. So there's Godzilla. Godzilla's coming to my office. There's Nick. He's coming to my office, but only briefly. There's my big beefy gaming chair that I've been using as a dolly. That's coming to my office with my other stuff. These shelves, printers. Damn, I don't know which printer works. No, it's the top one that we're fuck. I'm gonna leave the printers for now. No, the top one works. I remember. And this is my nightmare. This is my nightmare storage unit. Full of everything my mother, father, sister, and myself ever owned. But yeah, so Gonna start getting it all cleaned out. Gets this stuff moved into my actual office. Alright, so we got the bounty hunter van all loaded up, ready to go back to the office. Nick's driving because I didn't have insurance handy. Freaking U-Haul doesn't ask us for insurance, so I didn't know you need that. But apparently, if you rent a van from Home Depot, they want to see your insurance. I'm fine with it. Actually, renting a van from Home Depot went way smoother. It went way better, and they don't charge by mileage, just by time. So all I gotta do is fill up the van with gas and take it back, and we're just doing one little trip, so it won't be that bad. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later in 1,000 years when we're back at the office. Okay, so it's a little cluttered at the moment, but it already feels cozier. I'm gonna get it fixed up, see how it makes me feel. Yes, Godzilla is essential.
Good morning, my name is Porter with Sewell GMC of Dallas. We'll be going over a quick multi-point inspection of your Murano with you today. We'll start things off with the tires, all four except for this driver front tire measured at 7 to 8/30 seconds. The driver front measured at 5. Don't recommend replacement until 3, so no need to worry about them. Rear suspension components look good. Don't see any cracks or leaks in anything. Really dry back here. Moving on towards the front, we'll take a look underneath the engine. I did see some previously quoted additional service requests for the oil pan and the front cover. For the main concern, the belt concern, did find the belt separated. Most likely cause is that belt tensioner is fully saturated with oil, along with all the other pulleys. Main cause for a leak like this is this crankshaft seal, which is right in here. Drip oil down onto the balancer, getting onto the belt and coating all the rest of it. But it does look like we also have a leak from the cover itself, as well as a valve cover leak. Let's see up here, starting to form, dripping oil down the back of the engine as well. Let's see if it'll focus. Got it dripping down the back as well as on the front, all the way down under the intake manifold. So we sent in a couple quotes over your way. One for the valve cover reseals. It's both valve covers as well as a front cover reseal and replacement. That replacement part will come with a new crankshaft seal. So we'll have a new one of those, as well as a new seal around the whole front cover, as well as the oil pan reseal. That'll take care of this oil pan leak. And then be cleaning off all the belt debris and everything that shouldn't be there, and getting it all cleaned up. Clean up the pulleys, make sure there's no oil on them, and pop a new belt on there. I'll also send a quote just for the belt. With that, I'll do the same thing, just clean off all this oil from the pulleys and replace the belt if you'd like to go that route. I just want to let you know if that is what we choose to do. I'd highly recommend keeping an eye on these pulleys and the belt. You can see the belt from the top. Just make sure there's not lots of oil getting on the belt. May cause the same concern again. Be back in the same spot. But William will be in contact with you here shortly. And other than that, just want to say thank you for choosing Sewell, and I hope you have a great day.
So, a lot's happened. I was just watching all the footage in this episode, so I knew what was even going on, like what direction I was going with it, because it's been most of a month. I think I started this episode in the last day of April. It's now darn near the end of May. So anyway, long story, hopefully short. So I took a 10-day vacation. I scheduled 10 days off of work to just focus on my stuff, to not have to race the clock all day and get worn out and filthy at a warehouse. I planned to work on my writing. I'm working on a novel. I'm really getting back into the sequel to this book right here that people have been asking me for ever since that book came out, more years ago than I care to share at the moment. I was going to shoot a lot of videos. I had saved up money. I was going to rent a Motel 6 and go to the beach for a couple days. Like, I had plans, but this light is too bright. See, this is my writing light. And I'll show you all the office, like what I've done so far at the end of the video. But I was checking the time. But I've kind of like after Nick and I moved that stuff in here and I got it set up a little bit better. I've been using lighting to tell me what I'm doing, pretty much. So like whenever I turn out the light on the ceiling and turn on the lamp over there, it's writing time. And it's been working, like, when I've been able to get up here. So, shortening the long story, I was so excited about my 10 days off, and I had a few days, mostly weekend, last weekend. So, because there's a lot of stuff I needed to take care of this week too, that I was going to filter into all the things I was doing. Like I was going to take Tuesday was the day that I had blocked off to do things with titles on cars, and I was going to put my car in the shop just to get it evaluated so they could give me a list of what needs to be repaired so I could save up, because it's been riding a little rough, and go through one at a time, get everything taken care of, because I knew it was leaking oil, and I knew that I needed the air conditioning to work. It's summer in Texas, and this lighting isn't working for me either. It's Pavloving me like I intended for it to. It's making me think it's time to write. And I was going to get my passport. What else was I going to do? I was going to do some other things. Just some, life business things. And I was going to get all that knocked out on Tuesday. And then, I have 9 other days off, right? So even if it doesn't all get done Tuesday and goes into Wednesday, I have 8 other days off. I'm going to be able to do everything I want to do. Well, turns out no. My vacation got annihilated, and my savings got annihilated. Why? Because, Friday was my first day off. So, I had a weekend driving back from the author office on Sunday night, and got into a fight with God. I mean, like you do when God likes to diarrhea in your mouth every chance he gets. At least that's how it feels. Like every time I get something, it gets taken away. Every time I'm about to overcome all the crap, an ocean of crap gets thrown at me from on high. So I'm driving home Sunday, and all these alerts start going off on my car. Like, just everything is shutting down. It's like my car is having just organ failure. And the the headlights shut off, and I'm on Northwest Highway, which is a very busy street, even late at night here in Dallas. Technically, I'm in Plano right now, but the DFW area. I was in Dallas Sunday night, and the power steering went out. It was making this weird sound. I even got out to try to find what was making the sound before this happened. I could find nothing. Pretty sure, well, it was the belt. I was right, because I told the mechanics that the next day. But Sunday night / Monday morning was an unmitigated nightmare. And I did literally yell and scream and swear at God. I was so angry. So I managed to pull into a Target parking lot. And it was closed, so there were plenty of spaces. So maybe telling the tale, I can count my blessings and feel less crapped on. Because I didn't get pulled over for driving with no headlights. I made it into a parking spot with no power steering. I got and so then and my windows were down. I mentioned before the AC needs to be repaired, and it's hot in Texas even at night. So I pull out my cell phone, because then I get in the parking spot and the car just dies. It just dies and will not start back up. Battery's gone. So I get my cell phone out to call a friend to perhaps come get me, or something or if all else fails, just call a tow truck and see if they'll drop me off somewhere other than where they're taking the car. And so I dial the number and it rings once and immediately dies. My cell phone was dead. And normally I can plug it in the car and charge it up as I drive when it's dead. But I hadn't, I'd been writing or whatever, and I hadn't thought about charging my phone, but I didn't think it was a problem because I can plug it in the car. It's not like I don't know where I'm going. I knew the way, so I didn't need the GPS. I could always plug it in when I was going to Nick Smith's house to crash on his couch. And so phone dies. So I can't call anyone. I am far away from everyone. Everything is closed. It's very late at night. I can't roll up my windows. So I just decided to start walking sooner than later because there was no other option. So I put as much in my backpack, everything that I needed I put in my backpack, everything else that could fit I put in the trunk. So, hopefully stuff didn't just get stolen out of my car. I still haven't had a chance to look, so so I start walking. There's clouds. I screamed and swore at God a number of times during that 3.5 hour walk to where I was going. And my feet hurt for days. It was horrible. So, I'm about halfway there. Just having this out loud crazy man fight with the Lord, and there's no sidewalks. There are no sidewalks. That's something else I learned. I had to walk on the median in the middle of the busy street. Oh man, and I started getting boxed in by a pack of coyotes. They started, I could see them all, and they were strategizing. There was a lone animal that was fun. I just kept walking. I'm like, I don't care. Just eat me, whatever. It's like, I don't. But it's just, I was just wondering why. Why does stuff like this happen to me all the time? And I told God in no uncertain terms, this has got to stop. This is it. Like, I will fight through one more time. One more time. And after that, things have got to start going my way. Of course, yeah, halfway through, the clouds opened up. And it rained a lot. And I learned that my backpack is not waterproof. So, the journal I've been keeping for this whole process got wet. Just everything got wet, and I was not happy. Like, that is the understatement of the eon, that I was not happy. But I just kept walking, I just kept going. That's just what I do, and I'm sick to death of it. But yeah, so then I'm walking in the rain, screaming in the rain, enraged in the rain, and it started raining so hard that it felt like people were throwing pebbles at my face. It was, as I said, an unmitigated nightmare. The coyotes didn't eat me. I found a place to cross the street where they seemed not to want to follow. Like, there were too many lights, I guess. I don't know. But then, I was walking through the painful rain, and about 2/3 of the way where I'm going, and I see this thing just hanging down, and I'm trying to get away from it just to back up and look and see what it is. It was a broken power line just hanging down and blowing in the wind, and it started coming after me, and I couldn't get away fast enough. But I did. I did get away fast enough, obviously, because I'm having this conversation with you. But just so many awful things to make it all worse. So I get to Nick's, everybody's in bed. His dog wakes him up, and Ember, and so I told him what was up, and my phone remained dead, so I had to ask if he could call me a tow truck, and so we're trying to find tow trucks, because I didn't want to stay there overnight, and of course it's getting rained in, because the windows are down, so I'm looking forward to that smell. It's funny because it's horrible, and I'm done. I'm done with this crap. But yeah, so tow companies kept turning us down. They kept saying, "Oh, well, sorry, the weather's bad. We're not sending our people out in this." So it was I think 6 o'clock in the morning when this ordeal came to a conclusion, at least, or came to a resting point, I should say, when we took a commercial break. We finally got a tow company to send a guy out, and so we had to go up there and meet him. It took him an hour to even call us to say he was on his way, but it was horrible weather. We were fortunate there was one guy who would come get my car with his truck, and so towed it to the shop that I was going to take it to for a little not terribly expensive checkup this week anyway. but had to tow it, leave it there overnight, which meant I couldn't go to sleep when we got back to his place because I had to stay awake for the inevitable phone call. I had to charge my phone because I knew I had to talk to the people at the shop first thing in the morning. Like, I left my keys there. They have an envelope drop thing. And of course, I did laundry while I waited because my clothes were in bad shape. And so, yeah. So I didn't know if they'd be open. I thought perhaps they would be open, even though it was Memorial Day, Monday. And fortunately they were. And so I got to talk to them. I told them I thought it might have been a belt. Because I hate this. Like, my old car, I had this 75 Caprice that I loved so much. And I could, and probably did, replace almost everything myself on that car at some point. Like, I did so much work. I was under that car so much. It was like the Millennium Falcon. It was always breaking down, but I could always fix it. Just about. I mean, not always. Yeah, we had to put it in the shop a lot too, but I can't fix anything on myself on this car. Like, the computer has to be reset, which I can't do. And there's a unibelt. There's one belt. And if that one belt goes out, your car is done. And you have to have it towed to the shop. Like, my old 75 Caprice had numerous belts. And if one went out, well, I guess I just don't have power steering anymore. And I'm going to have really big arms. I mean... And I could fix I'd changed belts on that car. Couldn't even find the belt on this car. It's buried in there so deep. But yeah, so talked to the guy on the phone. Turned out, yes, it was in fact the belt. There was an oil leak, which was way worse than I thought. The oil destroyed the belt. And the belt going out destroyed the battery. So, already, we are at $3,000, and I just paid $200 to have it towed. So, $3,200. And I'm rounding. It was like $2,900. And it was $200 to tow it. And so... He told me that they're going to need that all the parts were in stock. They needed an entire day to get it repaired, so it should be ready the next day, or at the very latest, Wednesday morning. Well, it's Thursday now. And I still don't have my car. And so I'm trying to remember the timeline. So yesterday I got back in touch with them to say, hey, because it wasn't ready Tuesday. So I asked them if it was still going to be ready by Wednesday at the latest. And I'm trying to remember exactly what they said. But I mean, short version, no, it's not. They were waiting on some washers. They didn't have washers to put things, like, screw things in. And I'm just thinking, well, go to Home Depot. Like, get some frickin' washers. I don't know why we have to wait on those. They're not hard to find. But, yeah, so it was going to be ready on Thursday. No, wait. Yeah, it wasn't ready Tuesday. It wasn't going to be ready Wednesday. It was totally going to be ready on Thursday, though. Once they got those washers in, no problem. Turns out, they opened it up to fix the oil leak and the belt and all that, and they had their washers and everything. And oh no, there are broken chains and sensors in there that need to be repaired. Like, you can't even, there's no sense in repairing it if you don't always also repair those. And that's only going to be another $945 and another entire day. So it's going to be, so it wasn't going to be ready Thursday, which is today. Or no. They told me it would be. They told me it will still be ready today. But yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna have to add another $1,000 to the price tag. So, you know, rounding up, not very much at all. I'm already at $4,200. Lord. And not to mention that I also got to notice that they're raising my rent at public storage another $164 a month. I'm just so tired of constantly having to fight with everything I have to keep my head just enough above the water that I can still breathe. It's like I'm treading water. I'm not getting anywhere. But yeah, assured me it would be ready today nonetheless. I called my bank to make sure that this massive payment would go through, because whenever I spend too much money, they cut my card off, even though I've got the money in the bank. But that was good to go. Everything was good, but it was starting to get late. Oh, and I got Nick, and see, so most of the week I just spent sitting at Nick's house and waiting to hear about my car so that I could move on with my plans for my 10 days off. It's not like I can do anything without a car. Everybody else is at work. But yesterday, after we found out it wasn't going to be ready until today, which it's not, but I'm not bitter. I got Nick to drive me up to my office and drop me off and pick me up later, which I hate to do. I bought him gas. I mean, that's all I can do. I was going insane. I was trapped. And his dog's got fleas. As we just discovered, like, not many, but they're fleas, and they were getting on me. I had to get out. So I came up here and did a little bit. Just trying to figure out how do I salvage what is left of my once glorious vacation. Just trying to figure out priorities and what can I still do. Like, I'll still have tomorrow. Like, we'll just go pick up the car tomorrow and I'll have all day. And I'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it'll just be like a long weekend instead of 10 days off, I guess. But yeah, and I mean, so today it was the same. I came up here early when they said it would still be ready today, but it would be the end of the day. And I'm like, all right, Nick, can you drive me to my author office so I can at least spend the whole day? They said it would be the end of the day today. Again. But yeah, so I mean, I've been up here ever since this morning. Just sort of stranded until, you know, because I don't want to bother people. So it started getting late, and so I reached out again to the guy at the shop, and I don't remember if he told me why. Let me look. Why did he say? Oh, right. He said, yeah, they're going to have it ready by the end of the day tonight. They're going to stay late after close, I guess, and finish it, but they need to give it a test drive in the morning. So I can't come get it today. It has to be tomorrow morning. But as I sit here, allegedly, the car should be fixed. I doubt they've updated the thing Let me look. Let me look and see if they have in fact... Oh. There's Nick wanting to come get me right now. Which is hours earlier than I was anticipating. But see, I'm at the mercy of the world right now. Okay, I'm looking for this. Well, hell, where the frickety frack? Because it gave me a link with, like, I can watch videos of them assessing my car and crap. And it should say the status. No, it doesn't say that it's finished. But they probably just didn't update it. Anyway. So I've been very upset. I've been very angry and have no place to put my anger. So I've been throwing it at God. I mean... Because this just happened. Like it always does, you know? Like... And I'm done with it. I am done with it. I will not allow anything like this to happen again. I will fight the forces of nature. I am done. So anyway, let me text Nick and tell him he can come get me now. So yeah, you know, I was taking a little break to finish this vlog episode. I thought I had 4 more hours up here, but you know, I have to work with the people who are able to help me. I'm grateful to have people. You know, and I mean, I'm trying to look on the bright side. I had the money in the bank, past tense as of tomorrow, to fix the car. So that's an improvement, but you know, again, it's like I repair my savings from what happened to me, and like it all goes away again. Most of it anyway. But money's like hair, it'll grow back as long as I stay employed, but I'm really frustrated because I really needed 10 days off. I really needed a vacation. I haven't had a vacation in years, like an actual long vacation. I think when I worked at the church is the last time I took an actual vacation. And since then it's been 12 years of living that Oliver Twist life where just everything keeps happening to me. So, you know, having a safety net in the bank made me feel less like I was in survival mode, but now I've got to frantically... And they've cut hours at work. They're cutting all the overtime. That, you know, it was horrible that we had to work that many hours. You know, over 12 hours a day, every day. Well, I did anyway. But the overtime was nice when it came in. But yeah, money's like hair. It will grow back. I am just really frustrated because I don't know. Like I thought I'd be able to do finances today after because you know, they're going to add tax. I don't know how much the actual price tag is going to be on this repair. So I don't know how much money I'm going to have left in the bank. So stress. I'm beyond stressed out because I'm also just looking at whatever tiny bit of because I needed those weekdays. I never can do anything that needs to be done in the weekdays, like deal with car titles, get a passport, all these things. Like they don't open until after I get to work at my day job, and they close before I get off. So I can't ever do these things, and I don't know when I'm going to get another opportunity to take days off because things are about to get crazy at work. And I can't even articulate the depth of my anger and frustration at, I don't even know, like just at situations that don't stop. It's like, what? I was, you know, I still haven't told y'all the story of what happened at the church. That's a video unto itself. But I lost that job, then had to be a caretaker for 6 years for my mom. Or, I was able to be a caretaker, I should say. But then it's driving Lyft, car broke down, pandemic happened. It's like Matt moved in, the pirates stole the house. We got into that crazy one that was filled with cockroaches in Richardson, and then all the things that happened there happened, and I wind up working homeless because I can't qualify for an apartment because I don't make 3 times the rent anywhere. So I'm couch hopping. I'm saving up money as I can. Like, I get promoted to manager, and then Amelia Bedelia screws that up for everyone, and like, I can't take 1 step forward without being knocked 2 steps back, and it's been 12 years. 12 years since the church job, the youth ministry job ended, and the caretaker stuff happened, and just non-stop, one damn thing after another. But yeah, that's how my vacation has gone. But I have, the office is working a lot better. Like things, like I talked about being in a rut and needing to get out of it, and, that just kind of started happening after I made that decision. Like, I unrutted the office, the author office, went to go see Revenge of the Sith, went to go see Dogma with Zach and his girlfriend. You went to go get the stuff out of sort. Like, the rut just started going away, and I started working on this manuscript that I looked at my notes, because I keep a log when I'm writing a novel, like how far I got each day, and I hadn't written in this manuscript since, it's been almost 5 years. That's okay. I've written other things, but this manuscript I've come back and forth in for a long time. But yeah, like, I was hoping to finish it this week. Like, I was hoping I could block off a couple days to do nothing but write and just see what I could do with that kind of time and energy. But now, I don't know. I have to readjust everything. Like, maybe I'll get some of the essentials done tomorrow, depending on what time the car is ready. Other than that, I'm just going to have the weekend. And I'm going to have to be getting prepared to go back to work. And everyone's going to be like, well, how was your vacation? How was your amazing 10-day vacation? I just don't want to talk about it. But I just feel like, just thinking about having to go back to work on Monday and having had my plans annihilated, it's soul crushing. And knowing that I don't know when I'm going to be able to take another break, like, especially like that. I don't know when I'm going to have another opportunity for a real vacation. So, yeah, it's soul crushing. And I better see if Nick replied, if he's on his way. So I gotta wrap this vlog up. I mean, I've only been working on this episode since April 30th. I was gonna make so many vlogs this week. There were so many things I had lined up to do. Maybe I can do some of them on a weekend. But see, I need my weekends for catching up here. So, I'm so sad. I am all of the things I don't like feeling. I am angry. I am really sad, and I am really frustrated. But this is it. That was the encore of the crap that flies from space and hits me in the face. Like, no more of it. Everything's gonna be good from here on out. I just have to get over the psychological hurdle of having had an epic failure of a vacation and having to go back to work and just not feel like, I thought I would be going back feeling so empowered, like I would have so many accomplishments under my belt, I'd have so many things moving that I would easily be able to just come back into. Like, if I'd made mad progress on that manuscript, it would be easier to get a lot more written. Like, I wouldn't have to take so much time to warm up before I write. Because, you know, only having a couple hours a day, if I made crazy progress, I'd be so eager to get back into it. Like, I'd be warmed up by the time I got here. But, I mean, bright side, I don't have to save up for whatever needs to be repaired on the car anymore. Hopefully. There's nothing else that needs to be fixed, but yeah, so to end on a more positive note, like I had mentioned earlier, how much it meant to me going to see Dogma with Zach and Revenge of the Sith earlier too, like going to see those movies, like, because I realized those, it's like I don't have biological offspring, you know, there are those who have, was it Plato who said there are those who have offspring of the flesh and there are those who have offspring of the spirit. I have many offspring of the spirit, and it's just a really cool experience that one such offspring of the spirit takes after me in so many, like, there are these interests that we can share, like old movies, like, you know, Zach's a big Star Wars fan, Zach's a big Kevin Smith fan, and it was cool being able to see, like, Kevin Smith in the flesh, like, because that guy's movies, man, have been, and that guy, just that artist, Kevin Smith, the storyteller, I've learned a lot from him. Or, you know, like, when I was just starting my career as a novelist, he was just starting his career as a filmmaker, an indie filmmaker. You know, we're both indie people. We both do our own thing. So I see him do a thing that works that I've been mulling over in my head, and I'm like, okay, that's a good idea, as it turns out. You know, he's said things over the years that I've found freeing and permissive. Like, you know, the way he writes dialogue is the way people actually talk. And I do the same thing. Like, it's more like, he's like this, I don't know the guy, but he validates everything I do kind of figure in the world, the voice of Generation X, perhaps. So it was really cool getting to, like, see him do a Q&A in person after the film. But it was so much cooler just sharing that interest with Zach and, like, having offspring of the spirit. You know, because Zach's not the only one. Like, all of them, there's something that I share with them. They may as well have been offspring of the flesh. You know, like, they're all so different from each other. But there's always something where I relate and connect to them so much. Each one of them, as different as they are from each other, they all have something really profoundly in common with me, and it just meant a lot. Just looking at life, like where life's taken me, like I've been through all these storms over the past 12 years, and people like Zach are still there. You know, they're still my kids. So that was a really significant event, you know. Just that's a positive. And so I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've done in the office real quick. It's not finished. I still have like boxes stacked up over there. I haven't been able to get back to storage this week. I haven't been able to do the things I want to do, but here's a little preview of where we're going. So there's footage of this very vlog episode. Okay, there's an outline. You probably shouldn't see that. Maybe I'll blur it out. There's the printer that works. The other printer was much fancier, but the software is no longer supported, so it's useless as a paperweight. It was faster. It had a scanner on it. It was good. There's my mood lighting. When nothing but the lamp is on, it's time to write. I've got bookshelves set up. There's Essential Godzilla and He-Man, of course. I'm probably going to put more stuff up there. There's my books. There's a bottle of booze my granddaddy Sir gave me when I was a very small boy to save pennies in. I've filled it up numerous times in life. Let's see, what else? I mean, and the shelves right here, I'm going to actually have functional, just kind of stuff stuck on them right now. There's my big comfy chair. There's Chaco. And I am going to talk to some girls who knit about making them some seasonal beanies. When I have money again. Oh, let me see. I hope that's not Nick saying he's here. I don't want to keep him waiting. He's asking me now. We're 12. Whichever is best for you. Right, so that's where I'm at. Also my website. I was about to do my plugs, but you know, that's another frustration I had last weekend, was trying to get my website back because it just disappeared off the internet. And the host, you know, they have a thing that says we don't take phone calls. We don't even have a phone number anymore. I don't know what's going on with this company. But it seems to be working in most browsers now. It is back. But yeah, so end of the vlog. I am an author. Welcome to my author platform. If you want to check out my writing, my novels, my short fiction, you know, make me utterly rich so that I don't have to work in a warehouse anymore. You can go to my author website, presumably, glennslade-clark-jr.com. All my writing's there. All my books are coming back out in this format. I thought I was going to get caught up on that project this week, but I did not. But I'm not bitter. You know, like, subscribe, make me feel famous and loved. I will get through this. Hopefully be in better spirits in the next episode. Because like I said, I am done with catastrophes. Done. I have told God that I am done. I hope that... No, you know what? That is going to make a difference. I feel like I've stated my intentions to the universe. Very loudly and very swearily, I have stated my intentions to the universe. From here on out, only success. So, After nearly an entire month, I'm going to call that a vlog episode. And I will talk to y'all next time.